Yes, Valley, what's up, my friend? How are you? Welcome. All right, we're back again to support the family. We're at Farmington Mall. The reason we picked this location was because of the traffic. We got a lot of traffic here. It didn't take. I was still setting up. Brooklyn out there. So it didn't even take 2 minutes. We had someone stop here at the light, yelling, saying shit, saying that we're gonna look stupid because he's in the video, he's in the camera. So obviously, he's a Mark Welcome. He's a bootlicker, or he's a investigator, and just came out of here and started yelling about the case. And I didn't get him on camera. I got him on my Utah Defender. Got him on body camera, so we got it in his face. I was setting up, so it didn't take 2 minutes before we got someone yelling over here. Uh, right now it's just me, Utah Defender. Yeah, Wolverine. How are you? Um, First, thank you for tuning in. Amy, thank you for tuning in. Hennessy, thank you for tuning in. Mark. Right now it's just Utah Defender and myself. I know we had some people are going to show up here in a little while. But this is a good area to put that sign up there so people can see. Get a lot of thumbs up. He tried to intimidate us. He was in that lane right there, the further lane, and go deep through the boot. He went, took off fast. He was supposed to go straight, but he made a right turn. Stopped right there, started yelling, made a U-turn, went back to the stop, to the light right there, started yelling some more and took off. Like, what, you coward? Tried to intimidate us. Like we were gonna run. Hey, walk. Ford Taurus undercover. Ford Taurus undercover. It's right there. Undercover there. A lot of undercovers right there. So you know. So hopefully my audio is okay, video is okay. Again, we're really close to the mountain, so I'll probably lose service. Welcome, American Rights. Thank you for tuning in. Again, it's just me and Utah Defender right now. Hopefully we get some more people coming down. KS4. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Mark. I hate that. I hate it when it's like that. The internet's always very bad close to the mountains. And maybe I'll just have to stand in one spot.
Audience I have.
Maybe I'll just stop. Girl with the camera, welcome. Welcome, Boko. I hope you feel better, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid about. The audio. I mean the video. It's gonna be very bad. National audience, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Beans and Roots, thank you for coming in. Oh man, I think I'm gonna take my mic off. Thank you, Brooklyn. I just got your message right now. How's that? How's the audio right there? I took the mic off. I don't know what's wrong with the mic. Grams, welcome.
Thumbs down.
Yeah, thumbs down. Thank you, thank you.
But everybody's welcome to their opinion, right?
Yep. Just work now. I fixed the audio, so now let's hope it's gonna be loud here because all the traffic. Let's hope John, thank you, welcome, good morning. The videos stays good, man. And I don't have a cheap phone. I have the iPhone Pro Max 13. So, Torque Artist, welcome. Amy, welcome. I don't know if I had said that earlier. All right. STC Media, what's up, my friend? Here, let me do this really quick. Boom, there you go. Remove, and then go back, add. There you go. All right, so yesterday we had a bunch of media show up, right? And Utah Defender did their homework for them. He pulled out case laws that proves that we don't need driver license, registration, and all that stuff that we have to pay for, that the government made us pay for now. And they didn't even bother to use anything of that on the news, on their report. They still painted the family as Sarver citizens. Pretty much everyone that thank you, Wolverine. Everyone that pretty much exercise their rights are Sarver citizens. And there's a link on the description of one of the reports that they have a so-called, I guess, specialist lady talking about Sarver citizen, and she has no idea what the hell she's talking about. So if you guys want to watch the videos on the description. So I'm gonna ask Utah Defender see how he felt on his interview. They just used like 10 seconds of his stuff here and there, and yeah, that proves that the media shows and proves that the media is with the cops, and we all know that. I mean, it's nothing new. They just want to report what makes the cops look good and everything, so they don't have to miss out on the stories. You know, Utah Defender. So you saw the video that Fox 13 posted yesterday, right? And in that video, you come out, right? And you explain to them about the laws and everything, right? How do you? And what do you think of that? Of the media doing that? Like, they didn't even report anything that backs up what this young man was doing.
Well, what the news media does is they're patsies for the police departments and the judicial system.
they don't want to report the truth because then the police departments will single them out and they won't give them
Can you guys hear him?
news so that the competitors will get the news before them. They're left in the dark. So it's all about money, you know, and they're despicable human beings. The people that are in the news, not all police officers are, but the people that we saw yesterday are despicable. And then to accentuate the fact that they were sovereign citizens, who gives a crap? Who cares what anybody is, how they wear their clothes, what they look like, what their political affiliation? If they know the truth and they're trying to project that to the rest of us, you know, and you don't know it, don't jump down their throat. And that lady yesterday was terrible because the lady that was in the news with Channel Fox News, all they did is put a target on every cop watcher, every First Amendment auditor, every constitutionalist, every individual that was a sovereign citizen. They put a target on their back because she said the biggest threat to police officers are sovereign citizens. Well, thank you very much. You might as well have just pulled a trigger and killed about 10 people yourself by your comment, because that's what's going to happen. But I can tell you, if Diane Allen or her son were sovereign citizens, so what? They know the law. That's what they were trying to prevent. And you don't need a driver's license. You don't need a license on your car. That was like having a broker's license, or physicians need a license to practice in the state. Lawyers need a license. And all it is for immorality that the license is being given to you. So it's wrong. They were doing the right thing, and it gives no one the right to murder somebody because they're standing up for their rights. They don't want to believe it. That's their problem. It's not ours. And, you know, if some of us have to die for it, then that's just the way it is. It's a sad thing. But I'm not going to let that young man's life go for nothing. That's why I'm standing out here. And we've had some very, Jose, you know, we've had some very rude comments. And one guy tried to run us over yesterday.
Yeah.
So, keep filming.
And then
If you don't want to have a license, if you don't have a driver's license and license plate, then don't have it. Stand up for your rights, because you don't need one. And people don't understand that. So the terrible thing is, our government, I've never seen the Supreme Court come out with billboards or tell the people that you don't need a driver's license or a license plate on your car. Why? Because they screw us, they take all our money. And then you got to get a smog check every other year to get their stinking license or your license plate. And that's bullcrap. They've taken away our freedoms. No one knows about that. Look how many people, how many trillions of dollars over the years the government and states have screwed us out of our money to drive, and you have the right. It's a God-given right. You know, you go through driver's ed classes and stuff like that, and say, oh, driving's a privilege. It's not a privilege. It's a human right given to us by God. And you only pay for these new rules to pay gas tax. So I think I over-answered your question, Jose.
no, I think this is great.
But what we have is a lot of uneducated people, and that's one of the reasons why we're out here. If we can draw attention to the fact that this young man gave up his life. You know, we had a bootlicker out here who says, oh, you're going to be sorry, I saw the tapes. He hasn't seen the tapes. You know, we wanted to ask him if he deep-throated the whole group in Illinois, you know.
Yeah, I think I told him that. I yelled out to him and told him that.
But, you know, I don't care. You know, I can defend myself. I don't care. And we're going to bring the police officers, to the realization that they start screwing with citizens, we're taking them to federal court. That's what we're going to start doing. They better beware and know that citizens can take their police officers and try to hem them up like they did this poor kid. Here's the point I want to make about this kid's murder. Police officers are trained to take charge of everybody on the scene. They demand you to. They talk to us like, we didn't obey my commands. We are not dogs. We're human beings, first of all. You have the right to talk back to the police all you want to, and they tell you to quiet everything else. And when they say you're going to let me talk, say no, I don't want to hear what you got to say. Write your stinking ticket, and then I'll fight it in court. Because 50% of the time they don't show up. Just to let you know that.
Yeah.
But we have to start standing our ground.
And then yesterday when we were leaving, hold on, how's my audio? Can you hear him? I know someone was saying you couldn't hear Utah Defender. American Rights, thank you. So yesterday when we were leaving, we had an older lady that she looked and sounded like she was a police supporter. And what do you think what she was saying? I mean, she said that the mom,
The lady would die.
she was saying,
totally inappropriate, and I'm ashamed because she's a member of my church, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I'm standing out here because police did murder this guy. The point that I wanted to make is they were in charge of that traffic stop. These 5 officers all show up at the same time, so no one can tell me this was an orchestrated to retaliate on this family. And then they ended up murdering him, and the guy didn't even have the gun in his hand. The guy just shot him. And what they're going to do, I'll tell you what they're going to do. We need to stop internal affairs. Wherever you live, you got to stop and get rid of qualified immunity and internal affairs. You need grand juries to investigate for us as citizens. But they give the police the opportunity. What do they get? Like 3 years for murdering one of us? That's worthless. That's terrible. What's that say about the police department? They're the real thugs. They're the real gangsters. They're the enemy of us. And so we have to stand up for our rights by doing what we're doing right now. And people don't like it. I mean, I've had several people give me the finger. They get mad at me because I'm standing up for our rights, and they don't know any better. They're stupid.
who do you think should be investigating shootings?
I think a grand jury should be investigated. Just like if we shot and murdered somebody, they would send it to a grand jury. Why in the hell do they have an internal affairs investigate themselves? Whitewash it every time. Every shooting is a good shooting. And it wasn't for George Floyd. And I didn't understand white privilege until I came in on all this stuff. It is white privilege. I've watched. Thank you. I didn't understand white privilege, but gosh, there's a gal named, if you guys haven't watched Jody Cat Media in Los Angeles, she challenges the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department, and we're going to put a $100 million lawsuit against their ass in court because we think we got the right attorney. Is the one where the rapper was in Hawthorne, and he was sitting in his car, and they told him, we'll blow your head off if you make one move. That wasn't even in their jurisdiction. They spend too much time in the jails in Los Angeles, the sheriffs do. They have to do that before they get out on the street, beating the holy hell out of citizens, and then they think they can come out on the streets and treat us the same way. They have 18 gangs in the sheriff department. So this is prevalent. I wouldn't doubt if you really look, and let me tell you something else that's kind of funny. I wrote Robert Luna, the new sheriff, a letter, and it says it's very simple to find out who's in the gang. You take them, you have everybody at 9 o'clock throughout the sheriff departments and all the sheriff stations. You have everybody get down to their civvies, and if they got a gang tattoo, then you take them in a room and say, if you want to keep your job, you better talk and tell us who else is in your stinking gang or you're fired. And you're going to go to prison. That's what they need to do. You know how they can do that? It's called the RICO law. They're a gang, they're a criminal organization, and that's how you take care of it. So, they're taking a lot of heat right now because one of the prosecutors for Los Angeles, they're talking about it right now with the...
What's up, Cash Valley?
The supervisor. So... it's everywhere. We have to stand up. We got to take cameras, film. You got to get a camera in your car, and you got to expose yourself because what you're doing is, if I can save one other kid like Chase Allen, who I understand was a missionary for our Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, you know, then it's worth
Try
it
to
stand
talk
out
this
here.
way because of the noise,
Yeah.
so they could
So
hear
it's
you.
worth it to me to stand out here and try to save one other life. Just one life. That's all I care about. And it might be your sons or daughters. And it doesn't have to be in Utah. But
Okay, Wolverine.
the other thing I want to say is you can be a sheep or you can be a wolf. And I'm a wolf. My whole background says wolf, and I am. So I'm not going to be a sheep. And another thing, carry mace with you. You don't have to throw any blows. And it just totally psychologically, and it disorients somebody. Carry mace with yourself to protect yourself, because in Utah you can stand your ground. So
Cash Valley says, let's see, where you go? He says that he has a video of Chief Gary Jensen from 2007. I will be releasing it next few days.
Great. He was a coward. He wouldn't come out and talk to me. He sent one of his lieutenants. I hope Gary Jensen sees this. Ever since I saw Freeman,
Tipnogas, welcome.
Cash Valley, ever since I saw James Freeman,
National Auditors, thank you. 801, what's up? Go ahead,
then I
I'm
got
sorry.
mad. But Gary Jensen's a coward because he wouldn't even have the courtesy to come out and shake my hand. And I will say one thing for the Farmington police chief. He had the moral courage to come out and shake our hand and talk to us yesterday. And
Well, you had to kind of make him, because
I said,
he
"You're
was
not
trying
gonna do-"
he was
Well,
trying to leave. He
well,
didn't
I
want to do
understand.
it until
But
you.
Jose, I understand where you're coming from, but I got to take my hat off. The guy did come out and
Yeah.
shake his hand, and when you turned away, the best part of what you should have seen, and I haven't discussed it with you, was said to me. So he's real concerned about this. I think he actually feels that this was a murder.
I mean, the first thing that came out of his mouth when his first interview was that if his officers shoot or something, it's because they fear for their life. That's what he said.
Yeah, but you know what? Officers need to not be such to be afraid of everything that you say.
Well, yeah, we know that.
Police officer, you have to do like military guys, and you can sign yourself that you signed on for this job to protect lives. Our government is here to protect us. That's the main reason why our government's here. And if you sign up for that type of job, then consign yourself to the fact that you're going to die. And after you consign yourself to doing that, military guys do this. I had a guy teach me this.
Brooklyn Miz, thank you,
And
welcome.
so you have to consign yourself that you might be killed, but you don't take a damn gun out when you got a taser. Look, what are these? They got a baton, they got spray, they got handcuffs, and who knows what else they have on them. They all carry a knife that's 3 inches or shorter to cut seatbelts and stuff. So if they're afraid, they need to resign.
Yep.
You can't shoot look, 5 guys, all they had to do with Chase Ellen, they had the responsibility to de-escalate. All they had to do was write a ticket. They had him surrounded. He couldn't
What a
move.
crime network, welcome.
Write the ticket to the vehicle and then put it through the window and tell the guy to go on. But the head guy, whoever was in charge, if it was a sergeant, if there was a sergeant there, then I know for a fact that they retaliated and they did this on purpose. But if they're all police officers that had a hurt butt and they were afraid of this one kid, then this kid's a hero and they are cowards.
Yep. You got a lot of good points there, buddy. So, and then you wanna let people know that we're gonna be soon. We're gonna make videos of the federal lawsuit papers.
Yeah, because I was with Jose, they had the
We the
video
people, welcome.
of Taylorsville Police Department.
Try to stay front.
And
so they
Taylorsville Police Department they broke 24 laws, and they had 3 conspiracies. And worst of all is Title 18, 241 conspiracy, Title 18, 242 deprivation of rights, Title 42, 1983, and as I read that, if you have a police officer that violates your civil rights, there's no statute of limitations. It could happen 3 years ago, and you can go after them in federal court. So we will be doing document by document what we faced. I did find that the clerks that work within the district circuit courts here in Utah, the federal court, are very knowledgeable. They're very helpful, but they don't know everything, and they can really mess you up on your paperwork and stuff, because you might have one person tell you something, and then when you come in, but we're going to go step by step how to serve summonses, how to do motions, and how to you can take it yourself pro se. The most important thing is, if you got money, then you're going to have to spend money on an attorney. And I'll tell you what, you can't find attorneys. But a lot of the laws will help you too. And then the states, in Utah, there's actually a night that they have where you can talk to attorneys that will help answer the questions. And if your case is good enough, they'll take your case. So there's a lot of different things that we have to learn. And I know the hard thing is to find attorneys. And that's what Jose can tell you how many attorneys we call. They never call you back. And even if you keep on them, they don't call you back. You're not going to find an attorney, and you're not going to find someone to help you out.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you. You might want to film here. That's really nice of you. We have people here that really are concerned about the death of Chase Allen.
Yeah, well, we have had a lot of positive reactions here right now. Just one negative. And that's it. How hard, me and you follow all those paperwork, the federal lawsuit. How hard do you think that it is?
It's not hard at all. The average person can when we get done showing them each step of the way, they'll be able just to parrot what we're doing and formulate their own lawsuits. It's going to be a very easy thing. You don't have to be a law scholar. You don't have to have a college education. You just got to take the time to think out what you're doing, what verbiage you're going to spell, and what you want and stuff like that out of it. And anybody can do it. Anybody that's picked up a camera who has that moral courage to do that is going to be able to do these different documents.
Cache Valley, yes. Get a hold of us. Utah Defender will help you get those paperworks done. Like I said, we're going to make a video of this, how to file the lawsuit, and anyone can do it. You know, we hate the fact that lawyers, attorneys don't want to take the time to help with the cases. You know, any small civil rights violation, that's big. You know, it doesn't matter how small. That's what I meant to say. It doesn't matter how small it is. They're civil rights attorneys. That's why they're there. They only want to take cases that they know they're 100% sure they're gonna win the case, because they all want to be in the winning side. They don't want to have anything that they lost or anything negative on their, I guess, on their files, or I don't know. And so that's why it's so hard. It's so damn hard to find an attorney. Mark, yeah, you got that right. So I don't know what's going on with my audio today. My microphone is not working. They can't hear you unless you're like in front of you, like so close. Yeah, Leslie, you got that right. Ah, what am I doing? There you go. What the hell? What did I just do? Leslie, uh, oh, I thought I deleted you. Okay, there it is, right here. Right here. Traffic is so damn loud here. So I appreciate everyone that did donations. I didn't get the names. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. There's a link down below in the description where I put where Fox 13 made a video of of the protest yesterday. And talking about sovereign citizens. That's all. That was the main point on making that video. It's about sovereign citizens. Just continuing painting the family as sovereign citizens.
That's the message they're trying to present, not
Yeah.
the fact that the cops murdered that young man.
Yeah.
Because they controlled the situation. They could not use legal force. There was no reason to use legal force.
Yeah, instead of talking about the shooting, the murder, and everything,
Sovereign citizen.
it's all about sovereign citizens. Sovereign
Yeah.
citizen. That's all they do, and that's all they're doing. You're welcome, Leslie. You've been with me since day one, since I started my channel. You've been there.
I haven't.
Yeah, Cash, Wolverine, but he loves to move around. He loves to move around. I just don't understand what happened to this microphone. It was working fine. It's like, let me see. I'm gonna try to connect it again. It was just working fine. Give me a second. Give me a second. Ugh. Not sure if it's this cable. All right, connecting my microphone. I know from the back you can hear me pretty good, right? Utah Defender, say something from right there. Anything. I want to see if the microphone picks it up. Tell me I'm a gorgeous Mexican man.
You're not a gorgeous Mexican man. No, you're very handsome.
Freaking media, thank you for tuning in. Thank you, my brother. How's the audio now? I connected my microphone again.
Tell them to give you a 1 if they can hear it.
You can hear Utah Defender. Give me a 1, please. Steve-O. Thank you guys. Thank you. Hopefully it stays that way. On duck train, what's up, buddy? I can't pronounce that, so I'm sorry.
Live right now. One other thing I'd like to tell everybody out there that's a cop watcher, First Amendment auditor, constitutionalist, you got to do the paperwork. Even though we know that when we put an IA complaint in, you got to do all the paperwork. It's like going to the
How about
bathroom.
now?
You got
How's the
paperwork to
video?
do. But when you're doing this job and recording police or whatever, you have to do the paperwork, which is every situation you got to put an IA complaint in, and then every situation you have to take them to federal court. because pretty soon the police are going to get the message. Gosh, these guys learned how to do federal documents, and they're taking us to court, and they're winning. And so that's what I want everybody to know, that you got to learn how to do all this paperwork, because there's, videoing is half the job. The other half is taking these guys to court. And the word's going to get around, like with Jose, after he wins his 2 federal lawsuits, they're going to know who he is. And when he shows up, they're going to go, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. Not this guy. And then I also have a document, we'll present it. I hand police officers myself, which tells them, it's a warning document. And I tell them, if you talk to me, harass me, impede me, delay me, these wonderful words they use on us, obstruct me, I will take you to federal court. You violated my First Amendment rights. Because anybody that picks up a camera and films the police is protected by the First Amendment of the Constitution. Let them laugh at it. They're going to learn in court that they're wrong, number one, and they're going to be dumbasses, and then they're going to be sorry that it's coming out of their pension for the rest of their life. But you got to do the paperwork. You're going to have to learn how to do we can probably try to do something else, maybe for sovereign citizens, and they want to badmouth you and lick the boots of our authorities, and you got to do the paperwork. That's all you got to do. You can bring the camera out, but that's only half the job. The rest of us taking them to court on everything. And later on, I'll let maybe Jose talk about it. But I'm actually going to stop something I want to do. So anyway, and where you live, if you want to do the same thing, federal lawsuit, and tell them we're sick and tired of not being able to go in the courthouse. You paid for it, so you might as well be able to enjoy it. I admire everybody that picks up a camera. They got guts. And I admire, one of my favorite people again is Jody Cat Media. You should watch her latest.
I was.
No, you're not cute enough. But the thing is, she has cojones. She is so brave, and they try to move her now. I told her, I said, they can't move you off the sidewalk. And they're not doing it anymore. Stupid ass sheriffs in Los Angeles.
You're going to have a federal lawsuit coming down your throat. She tells him that. She's brave. So Jody Cat Media, and it's spelled with a K for cat. Look at her video. She's brave.
Yeah.
Totally brave.
All right. I'm actually gonna cut this this live stream. I don't know what the hell's going on with my audio. Everything was fine yesterday, but I did notice it was starting to cut off yesterday. I don't know if it's one of my wires, huh? I don't know if it's a wire or something. I don't know. That's the wire, Holmes. But I will go back live later, see if anything happens. I'll just record, do regular recording. All of you guys, thank you for tuning in. I love you guys. Stay safe out there. Yep. Hopefully we get some people over here. You got that right, Leslie. Thank you guys. Thank you. Love y'all. Check out the mountains. That's how close I am to the mountains. Yesterday I was closer, so I don't understand why there's less internet up here. Hasta el rato. See ya.